Right. Hello, welcome. Okay, so I've actually begun with donations. We've actually got a donation here already by Annie. Anne Marie, I think her name is. I know she doesn't seem like she's in chat, but she has actually paid for her reading, and I have got the question all sorted here. So I'm going to do the donation first. I'm just lighting an incense. Okay, so I am going to begin with this first. And I've just got so time to think about your questions. Time to be empowered. So read the description box below. Oh, I was going to do that light and I didn't have the... There we go. Right, that there. Right. The questions will be random in chat. So depending on what question you ask, so I'm just doing VIP, I'm just doing donation based at the moment. So we're going to start with Annie. So what can she expect for the future? So depending on your question to what I will answer, it's all about being empowered. So make sure you read the description box below so that you know what type of questions that I will answer with the cards to get the best out of your reading. So I'm just doing Annie's reading at the moment, VIP, donation based. So just type in your question and I'll go through them and see what they're like. Right, Annie. Oh, interesting. Thinking about your question. Okay, Annie, your VIP. So let's just do these extra card here. Okay, we're talking about what do you actually want in your life, Annie? It's important for you to ask that question. What do you actually want in your life at this time? It feels very much about you sort of taking control. Okay, it feels like it's about you being in control of your life. Okay, so that's really important here. Okay, so about being in control, being a provider as well is super important for yourself. It's about focusing on you, on what you want out of your life. What are the things that you want? It's all about I want to talk about sort of a sense of acknowledging who you are as an individual here. Get a sense of about acknowledging who you are. So let's look at the angel messages a bit more. It's all about protecting yourself, making sure that you stay protected against what other people think and do. It's all about what you believe. That's really important. What's important is about what you want, which is super important here. So it's definitely about sealing that you have that protection from those that don't serve you well, protecting yourself from enemies, people who aren't very kind and caring, protecting yourself from that. They're not important. What is important is you. What do you believe? What do you trust in yourself? It's about being you. It's an acting with discernment when it comes to other people. It really is about not worrying about what other people think. It's all about what you think. That's what's really, really important here. It's all about connecting within yourself. That seems to be really, really important. And I'm just going to get you an angel oracle card. Yeah, where is it? I need to find that deck. I should have grabbed it before I started. There it is. That's the card that I want. It was a paid reading, VIP reading. So we're just going to use that angel card as well. So I really feel it's about you deciding what you want in your life. It's all about what you want to bring in. But it's really important that you don't take on board what other people think. Here we have Archangel Gabriel. I am made whole by the message of love, brotherhood, and freedom. So let's have a look and see what else this message sort of says to you. The Archangel Gabriel. Let's see what else we've got here. Archangel for the heaven of form, to stand for truth and deliver the word of God. He can help us to express our truth openly and honestly, respect and honor our individuality, and listen to our intuition and inner voice. So Gabriel is depicted holding a lily, which stands for purity and truth. He is sometimes seen with an inkwell and quill, symbolizing his function as the heavenly communicator of the word of God. He can also be seen holding a golden chalice, strongly reminiscent of the Grail. So this is really about being honest within yourself, being open with everyone around your partner, with those around you is really important here. Is about, but also about respect, individuality. Who are you? Your identity, who you choose. It's not about what anybody else thinks of you. It's all about yourself. So communication is going to be really, really important. Listening to your own intuition and your own voice, your own perspective in the situation, your own truth about what's on how you feel. So that's really important, Annie. So hopefully that'll give you some guidance when you get a chance to. I know you're in a different country, so I'm not sure what time you are there, but that's it for you there. So that's the your donation reading done, completed. So thank you very much for your support and your donation. That is greatly appreciated in that respect. I don't know why I grabbed that one there. That belongs to something else. It belongs to there. Put that away. Okay. So let's put that. Okay, so let's have a look at some questions. Okay, so you're thinking about questions that are how, what, and why. Okay, so you're being impacted by your question. This is not about so let's hello. Now let's get back into this here. Okay, hi JA, hi Wave Killer. Hi Nikki. Hi, yeah, she loves North. Hi Nish. Hi Katie. How are you? Right, so who's still here? Right, let's have a look. What question are we going to answer today? So let's have a look. We're going to look at, oh, what did I see something about the future? What can, oh, that was what I just did. So we're talking, oh, so what sort of questions have you asked? Whew, when will Chris and I reconnect? When you communicate. Okay, let's have a look here. Does my current partner have other partners? You guys have got to communicate. Come on, that's not empowering. You guys have got to communicate. You don't need the cards to tell you. I'm not going to tell you yes or no in that respect. The best thing you can do is communicate in that respect. Yeah. Wave filler, I think you need to sort of thought things a bit, you know, what can you do to impress Chris? You need to know and relate to relationship. It's really time to think about being empowered. It's, you know, is going to empower you. It's just trying to get the cards yes and no questions, or when will something happen? When will something happen? Doesn't give you, it depends totally on reactions. It does totally depend on your actions taken. So there's so much more to just when will something happen. So I'm just trying to get you the best out of your question. If you can think very clearly about your question, you're going to get something better out of the reading. Not about when will something happen. This is going to really help. Oh, doesn't show up. Let me remove it. Well, that's a better, yeah. Why do my well, it shouldn't matter whether you're gay or not. Why do your co-workers tease you? That's a good question. Why do your co-workers tease you? Let's do Tarot, Guild Tarot Royale. Okay. Now, why do my co-workers tease me? Why do they tease you? Okay, it feels like you've got to learn. There's some things that you need to learn. Okay, it might be about boundaries. Okay, maybe they think of you as being naive. Does feel like you don't really have all the information. Oh no, it's not that. I do feel as though there's some movement ahead for you. Okay, I feel like you need to create some boundaries here. There's a sense of moving forward, okay, with your passion and things like that. So I do get a sense of you, like with this here, I do feel like there's some things that you need to learn, and it could be about boundaries and things like that, things to discover within yourself. But I do feel like there's a need for you to sort of move forward with a much more, I want to say aggression, in a way, I want to say aggression, assertiveness, moving forward with a sense of assertiveness. Hi, Shweta. Yeah, I really feel like there's a need for boundaries for you. Okay, wave killer. I feel like there's a need for you to have some boundaries, put your foot down, a sense of moving forward with some confidence. I feel like you're not confident within yourself, and that's why they sort of feel like they can walk all over you. That sense of they feel like you're naive or you're not really showing your strength. Okay, I think there's a real need for you to really have that sense of strength. So let's have a look at the animal card, the spirit animal card. Okay, it's interesting here because I got here the swan spirit. It's time for you to deep dive into your own reactions to situations and how you choose to maybe you need to be a little bit more assertive. Cool, Candice. Okay. Okay, Candice, I'll do that. You're very soft. You're very gentle. Okay. And so I feel like you need to be a little bit more assertive. You need to be a little bit more firm. You need to be a little bit more time for you to sort of deep dive into how you can change, how you can be a little bit more assertive. I feel like you need to be a little bit more assertive in your journey. Okay, so let's have a little look at the swan, number 60. Let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at the quick message here. I feel like I'm just going to go for the protection message here. Okay. Okay, don't talk yourself into deep diving into something just because you see the potential of things instead of what they really are now. The necessary work and patience involved. Have you seen the potential in someone and think that you love and support? No, that's not, doesn't make sense. Maybe it's oracle message. With their graceful long neck, swans are able to reach into the depths. When swan spirits deep dive beyond what is easily available on the surface, you may think you know what is best for you now, but take the plunge of your awareness. For there is knowledge you are not aware of and great treasures to discover. Deeper understanding awaits you, and a perspective that comes from greater self-knowledge you need right now to better understand the situation and relationships. As you come to know yourself more intimately, so too will you come to better know others. So Swan Spirit asks that you go beyond the surface of what is happening between you and others and resist the temptation to judge by superficial appearances. Know there is a much deeper potential for loving connections, forgiveness, and mutual understandings. Choose to deep dive into your why, asking the deeper questions of yourself. You are being let, you are loved, Swan Spirit. Okay, now is not time for selective, limited perception that can lead to misjudgment. Instead, this is time for going deep and being honest about what you find as you explore the depths. Have no fear, or whatever you find below will help you love and understand and make better choices. So it's time to some deep diving, how you can be a little bit more assertive. Okay, so that's really important for you. Okay, Candice is about to donate. Now, Candice, are you donating through Ko-Fi? I know you're donating, but I'm not sure how you're... If you go through PayPal, of course, it doesn't show up. I'm just waiting for that to go through. So just waiting for Candice. Hey, Egyptian. Okay, I'm doing questions at random. I'm doing why type questions. I've already done a donation. Candice is about to do another donation as we re-examine her relationship. So let's have a look at questions being answered. We're thinking about things that begin with how, with what, how, what, and why. Okay, so I'm looking at questions that are not yes and no. Okay, we're looking for questions that ask us to dive a little bit deeper. And we're not talking about feelings for each other. We're talking about how we can improve our own lives, how we can dive deep and move forward. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. So we're looking at how we can be empowered on our journey, how we can move forward with confidence. So we're not talking about current feelings. We're not talking about, this is what we're doing. Let me see if I grab a video again. I'm just connecting and I'm having trouble. Okay, I know I'm having trouble with my connection, so sorry guys. Right, Candace, look at how we can do this. 1 second, just working out. Sorry, just trying to work. Okay, so cool. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's do got the occult. Okay, let's have a look. Right, okay. Oh. Should have done you 3 cards, but for some reason, Candace, you've donated quite a bit, so I'm going to do you 4. So I want you to think very carefully your question, not a yes and no question. It's not going to be a yes and no answer. Okay, so we're looking at what's happening with Jamal and you and the drama and everything that's going on with his ex. There's more to it than, you know, what's going on. Okay, so what's happening? What's the possibility of what lies ahead? Okay, the first one we're looking at here is the Nine of Swords. So there is a lot of stress and there's a lot of worry. There's a lot of battles. Okay, and there's a lot of, it's a bit of a nightmare situation going on here. Okay, we know that it's a bit of a nightmare situation. So we've got to look at it's about I want to say about creating some stabilities or some foundations in your in the relationships in some way. So we've got a lot of stress and a lot of worry about things. It does talk about things being a sense of celebrating in a way. With the Four of Wands, it's normally about celebrating things, but I get a thing about, it's like you've got some closure. Maybe you've got some understanding about the relationship, about this, about the stability of the relationship, a little bit more of an understanding. If you can just take a breath for a moment, take a breath, because I know things are very worrying and very stressful. So you just got to have that sense of a breath for a moment, Candace. Just take a breath, okay? Because I do feel like you're breaking down the barriers. I do think like the boundaries, the walls are crumbling around you. But it does give you a chance to rebuild your own future for yourself. Okay, remember, you have free will. You've got choice about what you need to do, but it feels like you can rebuild your life for yourself, which is really important. Being able to sort of have an understanding and enlightenment about things, maybe a sense of closure in what's going on. Okay, feels like you can remove the chains. It feels something like you can remove the chains, that you can break free from the situation if you choose to, Candace. Feels like you can break free from the situation that's going on. Okay, so I do get a sense of you breaking away from what's been happening, but of course the ultimate choice is yours, that you can rebuild the future that you want for yourself. You can stand on solid grounds and break free from the restrictions, the bad habits, the repeated patterns, things that seem to keep on happening constantly. You can break free from it. I actually want to say that you could blow your own trumpet in a way, that you can aim for what you want. You can aim for the direction that you actually want. Think about your own life, your own path that you actually want to take for yourself. How do you rebuild that so that you've got without all the drama, without all the stuff that goes on, without all the doom and gloom and all the rubbish that seems to sort of keep repeating itself in a way, old habits, bad patterns, things like that. I actually want to choose, because I know you've donated a few times with me, so because you're quite a regular sort of donator. Oh, Candace, did you repeat? Did you donate again? Did not expect that. Did not expect that. Oh, card that flew out here. So it does feel that there is a sense of you evaluating your own life, deciding for yourself what you truly want to do. It does sort of feel like you can move forward, that you can deal with the disputations, the arguments. It feels like that the repeated arguments and things like that are sort of going to repeat themselves again and again. So it does feel like there's going to be more disputes. There's going to be more arguments. So it's up to you to how you choose to react from them in many ways. So yeah, I'm getting a lot about you moving on to do your own thing. I do get a sense of you moving on, shifting and changing your own perception about how things are. I mean, ultimately it's your decision, but it does feel like there's a sense of an ending in regards to him, but totally up to you. But I do feel like it's going to be a repeated pattern, that you are going to repeat that if you continue, but up to you what you do with that. Okay, so you've donated again, Candace. So let's yeah, so hopefully that sort of gives you part one to your question here. Wow, didn't know it's there. Okay. Let's see if we, do you want a bit more information? Let's see if we get a little bit more information. Man, I must be totally losing the plot. It's like a whole deck disappeared on me. That's that there. What the hell? It's like the whole deck's just disappeared. That is like so weird. Where the hell did that deck go to? Okay. Oh, God, it's in front of my nose. It's right there. Okay. Let's have a look. So what do you need to do? What does Candace need to do in regards to the no communication? So let's have a look. I'm going to use the Angel Tarot here with the Angel Reading cards for this one. Okay, Candace, let's have a look. Communication. Okay. Ooh. Now, Candace, because you're a regular donator, you're a regular subscriber, you've been around for a little while, let's doing a crystal card for you as well. So let's have a look. What do you need to do in regards because of no communication? Okay, so the first card here, we talk about the Empress. So I definitely feel it's about nurturing you, taking care of your needs. Just feel like you need to have a little bit of luxury, a little bit of pampering for yourself. It's important for you to look at what you're actually holding on to. What are you actually holding on to? Okay, it's like you need to create some healthy boundaries in regards to your relationship. Okay, I do feel like, or into your well-being, should I say, into your well-being here. So I do feel like there's a need for, I guess, to recognize yourself for who you are, the direction you're moving in. Contemplate the direction you're moving in for yourself, Candace. Not about anybody else, but you. I do feel like you need to really sort of take care of you. I think you've really sort of getting a little bit of answers here. You're getting a little bit of realizing that you need to move on for yourself. You need to take care of your needs. It's not about him anymore. It's not about Jamal. I do feel like things have shifted, things have changed a bit. So it's really about coming into your own. It's your ability to move forward. Make the choices that you need to do for yourself. The world's your oyster. Anything's absolutely positive and possible in your life and your journey. I feel like things have really shifted. Things have changed within your own mind. So now things are starting to move differently. You're starting to sort of want things that you've sort of got that ability forward. So you got that sense of trying to create a sense of harmony within your life with the angel of harmony. So you want to create that sense of harmony, of balance in your journey, which is really, really important here. So your card is about clarity, to have a sense of clarity within yourself. You're starting to know what you want, what you expect. And when you're not starting to go, hey, I need to make some changes, I need to decide for myself. So I want to have a look at the affirmation from the angel. So let's have a look at the angel's affirmation, card number 24. Card number 24. Let's have a look at your affirmation here. By acceptance, this assistance my angel of harmony is giving me to help heal any disharmony that is present in my life. Harmony and balance are part of my natural state of mind. You've received this card because Angel of Harmony has heard your prayers for assistance. There are times in your life when you feel out of balance due to stresses and demands you're experiencing daily, which can challenge all of your relationships. This can create disharmony within yourself and with those around you. Your Angel of Harmony wants you to feel at peace through knowing that she is trying to resolve any disharmony. During this time of disharmony, knowledge that your Angel of Harmony is assisting you from the world to feel and see a positive outcome. Your Angel of Harmony is also healing you may feel within yourself. It's important to remember that there are times when your natural balance is disturbed through issues that are not your own. Challenges can occur when important changes happen in life, and this can put you in a state of disharmony because you do not know what outcome will be. Only think positive thoughts at this time. Try and feel relaxed in the knowledge that the positive balance and harmony you wish to rediscover in your life is not far away. Be patient and allow your Angel of Harmony to take care of the rest. I accept the assistance my Angel of Harmony is giving me to help heal any disharmony that is present in my life. So I think that's a really important aspect for you here. So let's have a little bit more about the clarity we have here. So what card number is that one? 6. Let's see, if you just take a moment to take a breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And let's have a look here. Clarity, attunement, and potential. A time of clarity awaits you. You've asked for an answer and your questions have been heard, and the situation is about to become crystal clear. It may also be time for you to be clear with your intentions. When you know what you're wanting, your thoughts send out a clear intention to the universe for the law of attraction to manifest it for you. Hakim is a small crystal but very powerful, so too can be a small but clear intent. Hakim clear your chakras and remove blockages, which helps to activate your light body and discover your soul purpose by helping you to release any past life trauma. They're strongly associated with the crown chakra, which is your connection to your soul purpose and the higher realms. It is a good tool to meditate with or ask for guidance when in need. The Kema is also known as a stone of attunement. You wish to attune to your environment or for healers to attune to their client's energy. use Herkimer. They're extremely high vibration stones. So if you start to feel a bit scattered or ungrounded, remove the Herkimer from your energy field or use black tourmaline to ground you. Well, that's a good question, Yukali. So I do feel like it's about you creating some clarity within your own life by trying to create a sense of harmony. It's really important for you to really take care and nurture yourself. Really focus on what you want out of this situation, allowing you to sort of continue to keep moving forward. Looking at the choices that you have, build your oyster. So I do feel it's about closure, about you moving forward, creating the boundaries that you need for your life as well. So hopefully that might give you a little bit of clarity with what's going on. There's a lot happening for you. Right, so let's throw in. So don't forget, if I've done a reading for you, you can come back and listen to it at any time. All you have to do is scroll through and find your name on the video. Okay, so that was the donation readings done. So let's have a look. Just sort of making some space here. Oh, it might be to do with the heater. Okay, so okay, Candace, I'm just going to throw you an animal card as well, just to finish off the readings. Wasp spirit. Sometimes life stings. Oh, that doesn't sound so good. So sometimes life is not what you expect it to be. It's a bit tough, isn't it? 64. Let's have a look at this. Not all that spirit creates in nature is easy to love, but when we look through the eyes of the wasp spirit, we recognize that even though sometimes life stings, there's a purpose for pain, just as there are purpose for wasps in the natural world. Wasps keep insect populations down, supporting the growth of plants. So too, the sting of life may hurt, and you may feel deeply disappointed or even resentful that wasp spirit has shown up, but you'll soon come to see that spirit has something wonderful in store for you. You may well come to realize that being stung led to something far better than you had envisioned for yourself. Perhaps behind the scenes, wasp spirit was conspiring with spirit to ensure that you could grow something of value to you. Spirit has a plan, and wasp spirit plays a part. Have you ever looked back and been glad your prayers weren't answered because the path you took led to something far better? Wasp spirit is a reminder to reflect on those times where today's sting may hurt, but something better awaits you. Oh, it's an interesting message. Align with spirit now and trust this too shall pass, and is already doing so, for the pain subsides when you stop telling the story of how much it hurt. Wasp spirit has woken you up, and now you're being called to trust that disappointment can lead you to a different and better path. So hopefully that sort of helps, gives you a little bit of clarity there, Candace. Okay, so what have we got here for questions? Corey, what would be the only posting the video on your YouTube? Should I post ski? What's your video of? Let's do. Oh, I'm just in front of. Well, let's do elemental wisdom. What's going to be the outcome of you posting the video? A clothing haul. Ooh, clothing haul. Okay, so let's have a look. What's going to be the outcome? Let's have a look. Well, I feel like you're over-analyzing it. Feels like you're over-analyzing the situation. Feels like you're over-analyzing it a little bit. So what's going to be the outcome here? Huh. I love it. Ace of Cups tells us it's going to be like a new passion, a new love. It's definitely a new idea. It definitely feels like it's a positive outcome here. Like it's going to be a new love. It's definitely a new idea. Okay, there are some challenges. Okay, there are some challenges to the situation. I'm doing this a little bit extra here because I feel like this is quite a good little question here. So I'm sort of diving a little bit deep into it here. There are some challenges, but I do feel it's something that you're going to love. There'll be some ups and downs with your video, but that's okay. It's how you choose to. I feel like you're over analyzing it a little bit. But there is definitely a new love to the situation with the Ace of Cups here. There will be some disappointments. There may be some betrayals. Maybe not everyone's going to like the video, but that's okay. It should be about what you want to do for yourself. Okay, and it's like sometimes it's just, there are going to be some betrayals, there are going to be some challenges to the situation, but it's how you choose to react. Okay, I'm going to do you an animal spirit card. Okay, so what animal spirit's going to help you on your journey? Okay, this is important for you to just take a moment, take a breath. Elephant spirit tells us to learn from from the past. Okay, so maybe doing the video maybe in a different way. Maybe you need to re-look at how you do the video. Maybe you don't have to show yourself. Maybe you just show the items. Make it about the items itself more so than about you. Unless you want to wear the items, that's a different story. But I feel like you need to learn from your mistakes, learn from the past, learn from how you did things in the past. Okay, so I think you're going to be okay. I do feel like your video is going to be okay. There'll be some people who will love it, and there'll some people who don't. I mean, that's normal. Okay, but are you doing it for yourself? Or, I mean, are you doing it for other people, or are you doing it for yourself? It's really about learning from your past. So I think your video, I think you'll have your ups and downs with the video, and that's normal. I still have videos that are up and down. I still have videos that are well received. Some videos are well received and some videos are not well received. And that's okay. This is about for me, it's about my own journey. So if you're doing it for yourself, go for it. It's really about learning and developing, and you think learning and developing as you're doing your videos. I think that's important. Yeah. I think that's really important here. It's really about learning and developing with your with your journey. So yeah. Okay, so what have we got? So hopefully that sort of helps there. Why type of questions? So what does Lisa need to know about her love life? What does Lisa need to know about her love interest? Okay. It's more about what do you need to know? What do you need to know? What can you... Okay, waterfall tarot. What does Lisa need to know? Re her love life. Love interest. There's a spark. So it tells me, yes, the love interest is coming your way. There's a spark. But you have to look at things from a different perspective. You have to look at all your options available to you. Look at things from another viewpoint, another perspective. Yes, there's a spark, but what you do with it is totally up to you. There's definitely a spark. There's definitely some chemistry. It's like there's some energy coming through, but it's what you choose to do with it that's going to make a difference. You know, you're looking at all your options, look at all things that are available to you. Look at what you need to sacrifice or what you need to sort of let go of in some way. Are you able to look outside the box, so to speak? Are you able to look at things from a different perspective, different angle, different perspective? So yeah, love interest is coming your way, but what you choose to do with it is up to you, really, with the Hanged Man there. It's really up to you with what you do with it. You know, it may come, but what you do with it is totally up to you. And whether that spark's going to be, just because there's a spark doesn't always mean that you need to grab it. So you've got to decide for yourself. So I don't know who else is here and what sort of questions we've got. Newton, I think you need to communicate with your partner. You need to communicate. I'm not going to do a reading on that one. That's your partner's private life. I think you need to communicate. Summit, we've done this before, and you need to communicate and sort yourself out. Decide what you want to do for yourself. Karen's current feelings towards you, you need to communicate. You need to sort that out. You need to get on with your life. Okay, I haven't had a question from you. Nikki, I haven't had a question from you. I want to show you a book. This is a book. He's just not that into you. Let's choose something. Let's have a look. Number 20. Okay, page 29. He's just not that into you if he's not calling you. Men know how to use the phone. Oh, sure, they say they're busy. They say they didn't have even a moment in their insanely busy day to pick up the phone. It's just that crazy bullshit with the advent of cell phones and speed dialing. It's almost impossible not to call you or text you. Sometimes I call people from my pants pocket, even when I don't mean to. We may try to make you think differently, but we men, oh, that's the men, are just like you. We like taking a break from our generally mundane day to talk to someone we like. Makes us happy. And if we like to be happy just like you, into you, you would be the bright spot in my horribly busy day, which would be a day that I would never be too busy to call you. The excuse, he's been traveling a lot. I recently started dating a very nice man. He's gentle, he's affectionate, he's attentive. It recently became a long distance thing because of his work. The first problem is he doesn't really call me when he says he's going to. Actually, he really doesn't call me that much at all. A week will go by and then I'll call him and then he'll call me back 4 or 5 days later. But then when he gets me on the phone, it's all honey and baby and I miss you so much. And when do I get to see you again? Is he just not that into me, or can I just talk it up to a crazy long distance thing? Hey, crazy long distance, the only thing that's bothering me is the very between you and reality. Okay, that was a little mean. Example, in your second sentence, you say he's gentle, he's affectionate, he's attentive, but a few seconds later you say he really doesn't call me when he says he's going to. Actually, he really doesn't call me that much at all. That is neither affectionate nor attentive, and it's just not gentle. It's a harsh, clinging bell that rings. I'm just not that into you. Why then is he nice when he calls, you ask? Because men are cowards and they would rather wait until the end of time than give you bad news. For the record, a man like you wants to spend time with you, and he'll only settle for talking to you on the phone 5 times a day when he physically can't get on a plane to come and see you. Don't let the honeys and babies fool you. His sweet nothings are exactly that. They are much easier to say than I'm just not that into you. Remember, actions speak louder than there's no cell reception when I'm where I am right now. He's got a lot in his mind excuse. Oh yeah, here's a bad excuse in sick mother's clothing. Because still, no matter what's he's telling you, you're not on my mind, because if you were, he would have called you expressing great regret at not being able to spend the day with you. If he had time to pack and travel, he had time to call, and he chose not to. You can call it forget, I call it choose not to. When you like someone, they don't just slip your mind, especially on New Year's Day. I know it may seem like a good excuse, but sadly, I think your New Year started off with a big blast of he's just not that into you. Nurse your hangover and find someone who won't forget to call you. He just says things he doesn't mean excuse. Dear call waiting, yes, you should read something into it. In fact, the very something is he's just not that into you. Here's the deal. Most guys will say what they think you want to hear at the end of a date or a phone call rather than nothing at all. Some guys are lying. Some guys really mean it. Here's how you can tell the difference. You know it, they mean it when they actually do what they say they were going to do. Here's something else to think about. Calling when you say you're going to is the very first brick of love and trust. If you can't lay this one stupid brick, you ain't never going to have a house, baby. And it's cold outside. Maybe we're just different. Unless you're dating a spy, this behavior is unwarranted. I travel for and find that I call my lady 3 or 4 times a day. This is what Greg's saying. And find that I call my lady 3 or 4 times. However, sometimes because of time differences, we don't connect. But I will, and she will always leave a message. I have to say, as a guy, I never liked being told to call, which my wife really never does. And that's why I call her as often as I do. We have no rules about calling, but we like and love each other to the degree that we want daily, if not hourly. Listen, I do think space in a relationship is good. Missing someone is a sign of a healthy relationship. Not respecting your need to have some form of connection with him while he's away is not, regardless of his dislike for talking on the phone. He should respect and care for you enough to call you. And it's only because he knows that will make you happy. Yes, it seems like it's just a machine that transmits voice waves over wires and come in different styles. Cordless, cellular, handheld, rotary. But the truth is, the phone is officially high in relationship symbolism. Is a phone call just a phone call, or is it really the almighty representation of how much he really cares about you? Probably somewhere in the middle. The but's very important excuse. Hear from you again, listen, Nikki. Really busy is another way they just not that into you. Totally important. Well, not really. Oh, hi, Vanessa. How are you? Yep. Okay, if you've got someone who's stalking you, I think you need to make sure that you block them. Okay, just a book. He's just not that into you. The No Excuses Truth to Understanding, guys. Totally recommend read. Okay, let's have a look. Someone's stalking me. Okay, for starters, you need to make sure that you block them. Come on. Yeah. Someone stalking me on social media, getting worried. Right, okay. I feel as though you need to trust your intuition. Okay, you need to make sure you block them. It's threatening, make sure you call the police. Okay, you need to nurture yourself. Okay, you're trying to yourself, you need to make sure that you look at who you are and what about. Okay, trust your intuition in the situation is what I'm getting here. Okay. Oh, you want to know why? I didn't know. It could be about who you are as an individual. I don't know the situation. The cards are not saying. I think it's very much about trusting your intuition. Make sure you're blocked. Okay, make sure you block them if you're feeling like they're stalking you. Making sure that if you don't feel safe, make sure you block them. Maybe you need to call the police, or it's all about nurturing your identity. Make sure you stay safe in your identity and who you are. I just get the sense about nurturing your identity. So I get a sense about protecting yourself is going to be a really important process in this. I don't know why somebody is. It just says I think you need to take care of yourself. You need to nurture yourself, trust your intuition, and I think you need to stay protected. Protect. Hey, I'm getting a sense of protection here with the barrack, with the pillars here. It's a lot about protection, protecting yourself. Okay, you need to stay safe. If you're feeling unsafe and you're worried, you need to do something about it. You need to make sure you don't post any identity. Hi, Griffith. Hi, Bajani. Okay, I think you just need to make sure that you stay safe, Vanessa. Could be just because of who you are. But if you don't feel safe, I think you need to get some authority. I think you need to deal with authority. Yes. It's very much about trusting your intuition, staying safe. Really feels that sense of something with your identity, maybe to do with just with who you are. So I do get a sense of needing to stay safe. Okay, if you're wanting to ask a question. Oh, over an hour. Okay, just about time to close up soon, but so let's have a look. Think about your questions, what and why. I'm just doing random questions. So it's whether the question is empowered. Okay, so how does this affect you? Okay, we want to sort of thought about, how does this affect you? How does this affect you? What's he afraid of? It's interesting, we get the moon card here. Definitely about emotions and things like that. It definitely feels like there's a nurturing the truth of the idea. So maybe he's trying to look at the ideas, look at the truth of the situation, the facts of the situation. Could be about the journey here, the phase. It's like there's a short-term cycle here. So I feel like there's more to it. How much band I get on Talus? On Tilt? I don't know what that is. What do you mean by how much band? I don't get that question, Bajani. Okay, so I get a feeling like there is a sense of, maybe he's just feeling like there is a sense of, you know, looking at the relationship, maybe the facts of the relationship, the truth of the relationship. I don't know whether you were sharp-tongued in the message that you sent. I don't know if you were. Did you give him an ultimatum? Well, I'm not going to give you a question. That's a silly question on Tetris. How much score? What? That doesn't make sense. That's not empowering. That's not. Sounds like a game. Okay, so Finlith. Okay, I get a sense of, I don't know whether you were sharp with the message. No, Bajani. That's to do with numbers and things like that. No. So definitely feel, I'm just getting this sharp message, the truth of the situation. So I'm wondering if he's afraid of, it's a real, seems to be a lot of confusion stuff going on. No, Bajani. So yeah. I still get the sense of just this to do with the truth, the facts of the situation. Maybe there was a sharp message coming through. Maybe he felt attacked in some way. Relationship. Let's have a look. Okay, what's the relationship? What's card that flew out? First card we got here is hi Chances. Hey Miss Shorty. Okay, so we got heartbreak straight away. So it does feel like there could be some ups and downs. There could be some heartbreak within the relationship here. There could be some heartbreak, but there's also, and then we've got the sense of foundations being built, a sense of celebration coming together, sort of in the thing. Be some challenges within the relationship. Okay, there are going to be some challenges. There's going to be some ups and downs within the relationship. It does feel like there is going to be some challenges for sure. We've got the Three of Swords, but yet we have the Four of Wands here. So there's definitely going to be some ups and downs. It's going to be, how are you going to deal with it? How are you going to deal with the challenges? Okay, because there is that possibility that you can build foundations for the relationship, that you can stay together. And it's not necessarily for life, but it's definitely a connection. Okay, there are going to be some challenges though. Oh, okay. Okay, so there is life's ups and downs, but it's what you choose to do with it that's going to make a difference. There is that possibility of you guys connecting. The Four of Wands can be about marriage as well, but up to you with what you do with it. Oh, okay. Oops. Okay, he was pretty harsh to me though. Okay. Decide whether that's what you really want. Okay. A couple of good questions coming in here. Okay, this one looks quite good for Miss Shorty. Okay, this is a good question. What can I work on personally? That's a good question. What can you work on personally to bring Chris and you closer together more? That's a good question. Oh, itchy foot. Sorry, just got a bit of an itchy foot here. Good question. How can you improve? So let's have a look. Let's do the Silver Witchcraft. I don't know why. What can you do to work? What can you work on personally to bring you guys closer? Don't forget, if you donate, please let me know. Okay, he was your friend. Okay, Miss Shorty. Don't forget, if you donate, you get a lot more. What can you work on personally? Let's have a look. Oh. Okay, we've got the High Priest here. And the High Priest can talk about your spirituality. Can talk about sort of dealing with your own spirituality, your own faith, your own beliefs in the relationship. You know, really examine really closely what your beliefs are. And I'm talking truly deep dive into your beliefs, into your, what do you believe about relationships? What are your thoughts? What are your doubts? How do you deal with those doubts and things like that? It's all about, I want to say, your measure of success. How do you measure the success of your relationship? Okay, so that's really important here, Miss Shorty. How do you measure the success of your relationships? How, what is your spirituality, your belief in regards to relationships? That can make a really big difference to really examine that deeper and really examine your belief and, what do you believe about Chris? What are your beliefs in regard to Chris? Can be really important as well. How much do you give of yourself to Chris? How much do you receive from Chris? All those things need to be examined and need to really be looked at honestly, with a real deep, honest look at how these affect you personally in many ways. So really looking at your sense of spirituality, your faith, your belief in your connection with Chris. There's a lot of things to examine here, and that's going to be really helpful in how you move forward. Yeah, make sure that you're balanced, that you also give to yourself is really important here too. With the Six of Pentacles, it's also about giving to yourself unconditionally. You know, what do you expect in return for your love? You know, do you put conditions on loving Chris? So lots of things to think about here in regards to the relationship. That's a really good question. What can I work on personally is such a great question for examining your life. Those are great questions for tarot cards. They are this is an absolute, I want to say this is one of the best questions ever in regards to relationships. Sorry, right. That's a really good question. Thank you for that. That was awesome. Okay, so random questions here. I don't quite understand this question here. IETTE. I don't know what that is. What's good results on what? Don't get that much score. I don't know what that is. So Bajani, I can't do a reading because I don't understand what the question is. I don't understand what you're asking. Really looking at how, what, and why type questions. Really looking at questions that empower you on your journey. And that's a really great question. That's a really good question. Right. What have I got here? This is a great question. What does my higher self want me to know? Okay, so let's go with, I'm actually going to go with the Starman Tarot. What is H, what does my higher self want them to know? The first words I got was opening the lid to new love, new possibilities. So whether it is loving oneself, yeah, I guess it's about loving oneself, opening the lid to loving oneself is super important. Being able to sort of surrender to yourself, to being able to look in the mirror and just see who you truly are. Feels like the sense of comes from just surrendering to oneself, loving oneself, surrendering to that awakening within oneself, that realization that you are worth, you're limitless, all possibilities to true love, true joy, peace, bliss comes from a sense of oneness within oneself. So I'm getting a lot of sense about just working on oneself, developing within oneself. Definitely feels like there is an awakening, a spiritual awakening oneself. Feels like there's a realization of who you truly are and not being harsh or critical with oneself, but being able to really know your self-worth, your self-value is a lot with these two cards here. A sense of really being able to open your heart to new possibilities within oneself. Really about, just get the sense about knowing one's own worth. Knowing your worth is so important here. Allowing yourself to express who you truly are and allow that healing. Looking at the experience, how you digest your experiences through this journey is so important here. It's looking at how you digest those experiences, how you trust in those experiences that you're going through at this time is really important. So I do feel like there's a lot of self evaluation. I feel like there's a lot of self evaluation that you've been going through. So yeah, I do feel like there's a lot going through. So hopefully that gives you that sense of awakening within oneself is truly important at this time. So yeah. So I thought that was a really good question there. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome indeed. Okay, it's just about 1.5 hours being on here. So let's do, so who's here? Still here. So I am going to be ending soon, but what I want to know is who's still here. I'm going to do. and see who's still here. Just want to see who's here. Just before we finish up, if anyone's still here and want just for the next few minutes, 5 minutes or so. Let's see who's here. So just before I finish up, if anyone wants a animal spirit oracle reading, just seeing if anyone's here. While we wait, I am going to do
Hi, welcome to Crossing with Chinese Tarot. Today's card is the Empress. This is all about bounty, abundance, sense of prosperity in some way. It does feel as though it's all about nurturing one's emotions and making sure you're taking care of others. It can be about motherhood, a mother figure in your life. Maybe there's a birth of a child coming into play here. There's lots of aspects to this card depending on what the question is in the context or question layout, etc. So it can also be about the birth of a project, maybe like take care of oneself because you're so busy taking care of others. Maybe this is talking about your personality as someone who brings abundance and prosperity to one's life. Bound to lies.
Hi, welcome to Carto's Crossing. Okay, Crossroads Oracle. Let's see what cards we're going to look at. First card we're going to look at is surrender. Surrender. Are you able to surrender to what's going on? Maybe you need to surrender to your emotions. Maybe you surrender to your thoughts, ideas. Finding yourself at a bit of a crossroads, trying to make decisions and things as you move forward in your journey. So here we have the sense of trying to surrender to what's going on, surrender to the moment, to be able to make clear decisions, so that you can actually move forward on your journey. So important. We might feel ourselves feeling isolated from what's going on. As we move out of the darkness into the light. This might something that we might need to do on our own as we move through into the light. So that's it from me. Take care and blessed. Hi, Jade. Yep. What sort of question? Yep, just type in your question. Or do you just want an animal spirit oracle reading? Or did you want something else? Okay, let's have a look. What have you got? Oh, that's a good one. What can you do to achieve your dreams and goals? Good question. I like these ones. Let's do right, what can you do to achieve your goals and dreams? Okay, your goals and dreams. What can you do to achieve your dreams, your goals and dreams? Oh, that's interesting. So here we have the Nine of Earth. Okay, so it talks about things being gained, but it reminds us to also take a little bit of time for ourselves. Maybe you need to remember to take care of yourself as well. Take care of yourself. And there is this movement leaving behind the chaos. It's like you're leaving behind the chaos and things that's going on, and you're moving into that light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, that seems really important here. So I feel like I'm going to read you the book. I feel like the message is quite important. So let me find the book here. Oh, let me read the message from the creator. So first one was the Nine of Earth. Okay. The fairy of the Nine of Earth was glamorous. It had a golden aura all around it, and the moment I stepped into her light, I could tell this was no ordinary toiling away in the garden kind of fairy. Alone in a clearing in the woods, surrounded by pine cones, it rested comfortably on a tamed wolf's heads. It carried an air of sophistication. It was an energy that did not need to struggle or want for anything. It knew that whatever it needed, it could manifest if required. The Nine of Earth has no time or need to waste energy on feelings of lack. The world is too dazzling for that. I can see this as the green light to treat yourself card. The Nine of Earth taps into the energy that those who live in a comfortable lifestyle experience. Of course, This does not mean to go max out all your credit cards just to feel wealthy. It's about enjoying simple, small pleasures that don't break the bank. The Nine of Earth is a permission slip to enjoy a moment of basking in refinement. It's about letting go of all that worry that comes from lack and scarcity by knowing that you have the power to attract the resources you need. Splurge on the extra fancy chocolate bar now and then. Treat yourself to an afternoon alone at a spa. You don't need a yacht to feel rich. If, on the other hand, you've been overindulging, the Nine of Earth may bring a warning that it's time to dial it back. When the Nine of Earth may also signal that you rely on others for your financial resources, and the time has come for you to be more independent. Okay, then Six of Air. Hi, Melody. The fairy, wounded and unable to fly independently, caught a ride to a new distant land. It was not the adventure she dreamt about as a child. This trip was born out of necessity. The time has come for her to heal, to get out of the funk. She needed to find something new, as there were too many memories and too regrets that staying could only result in stagnation and bitterness. For this, her journey holds a promise of healing, of hope for a better tomorrow. The Six of Air can leave us feeling slightly discouraged, although there just isn't too much to feel excited about. Life is steadily moving forward, and it isn't dreadful. In the air lingers acceptance, knowing that the past will eventually drift away as new experiences have room to develop. Our vision for the sharpens during these low vibrational times of just sailing through, and a path to a more optimistic time appears. During a reading, the Six of Air serves as a reminder that although currently there is a lack of enthusiasm, not every moment on this journey through life is exciting. Sometimes there are just long stretches of flat land that is finding beauty during every leg of the trip. Okay, so with that in mind, let's just grab a Healers of the Earth card first. Whoa, the card that flipped out was Hands That Heal. Healing ability, magic touch, and hands-on. So that's very much about self-healing. Maybe it's about doing some self-healing for yourself as well. To achieve your goals and dreams could be about healing others, using your as well. Might help dreams and goals. Maybe it's about developing your healing in some way. So let's look at your spirit animal at the moment. An animal that can help you during this time. This is could be a temporary animal guide. Okay, we've got Bobcat Spirit. That life's a mystery. So let's have a look at the Bobcat. Number 8. The Bobcat moves furtively and mysteriously. When Bobcat Spirit appears to you, she brings a powerful reminder that not all things in life can be explained or understood through the power of trying to figure things out, find logical explanations, or predict what will happen based on reason and facts will not provide you with the certainty and comfort you seek. Bobcat asks you to trust mystery and let the secrets of the universe reveal themselves to you through direct experience. Allow your vision to slip into soft focus, and you will see between the lines and observe what has been hidden there all along. Bobcat Spirit helps you know intimately the pulse of the divine in the world. Trust in the wisdom and revelations that come to you, yet know that understanding may not come as you would like it to. What you experience through your heart and intuition, which comes to you as the voice of your inner knowing, will guide you now as you accept that secrecy is woven into the fabric of existence. No matter what, the appearance of Bobcat Spirit is a sign that you're being called to trust, even when what is revealed does not agree with your need for intellectual certainty. Bobcat Spirit tells you that this is not a time to reveal your deepest, most cherished dreams and desires to others, but rather a time to be quiet and gentle with yourself. As truths begin to emerge in your awareness, self-protection is called for. So be discerning, selective, and even secretive, revealing no more than is necessary. People have a way of imposing their opinions on you, so pay attention to whom you surround yourself with at this time. Be watchful and check your own motives as well as those of others as you keep your secrets to yourself for now, rather than expose them to those who may potentially misunderstand your intentions or may not be supportive. Let your logical mind take a rest as you start to perceive the energy of your environment. Bobcat Spirit wants you to be stealthy and wise and keep your own counsel. Let yourself be a mystery yet to be revealed. So that's your messages for today. A little bit of extra because I know that you're always around, Jaguar, so no worries there. Just giving you a little extra. For my regulars, a little bit of extra. So hi Melody, how are you? I'm good, thank you. Sometimes I like to share a little extra with my regular supporters. So Melody, yeah, just type in your question, Melody. Oh, yeah, I didn't mean to forget the cards. I know Melody's been around for a while too. So Melody, what's your question? How can we have a better question than that? What's a better question than Aaron's energy towards you? I think, is there a better question to that? Really want to, empowered. Is it really of value to you, and what can you do to now you're talking about a relationship, right? Now, is this current relationship? Is this a crush energy? Is this you're not sure? So what can you do? That's a better question. Where are you at? Much better question. Okay, so where are you at with the relationship with Aaron? So where are you at with Aaron? Where are you in regards to the relationship with Aaron? So let's have a look. I'm just looking at where are you in regards to the relationship with Aaron? So where are you? With your heroes. I feel it's going to be quiet. So where are you in regards to the relationship with Aaron? Whoa. Okay, so was there any other cards that popped? Yeah, there is. Okay, the two cards that popped out, Melody. Wow, we've got the Empress here. Interesting. Okay, so it definitely feels like there's bounty and abundance, right? There's definitely feels like there's some seeds are planted. And then we've the Four of Wands, which is definitely a commitment. Definitely feels like there's a connection. There's a stability, foundations being built. So it definitely feels really positive energy in the relationship. Oh, thank you for the donation. Oh, yes. Yes. Well, thank you very much for the donation on PayPal. It's muchly appreciated. I'll sort that out in a minute. So Melody, yeah, I do feel as though there is definitely a connection there. Definitely feels as though it's worth pursuing in some way. Feels very connected. It's interesting here because we've got like the Empress here, and then we have the Four of Wands. So it definitely feels like there is a connection. There's a commitment. There's an agreement going on here. Seeds are planted for sure at the relationship. So just going to do your animal, spirit animal card. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay, it seems like there's a lot of healing going on as well with the snake spirit. Feels like there's a lot of healing going on with the relationships and things like that. So there's a lot of internal stuff happening within the relationship. So I do feel like it will heal and you'll move through the process that needs to happen. So snake spirit really feels like you're shedding old skins and you're moving into something new and exciting. So with the stability and the foundations being built, that sense of the celebrate, that connection there. So I do think things will move through. Seeds are planted. Definitely feels like you're shedding old skins there. So yeah, it's really cool. Okay, so we've got a donation here from PayPal. So let's have a look here. Let me PayPal here too, as you didn't go through Ko-Fi. So just let me go. Wow. Okay. Wow. Wow. Okay. So you want a definitely a reading there. Yeah. So that was oh yeah. Okay, so that was definitely in-depth reading there. Okay. Oh, okay. This looks like a good question here. Okay, so what lies ahead for you in regards to work, career? Oh, there's quite a lot of stuff going on there. So let's have a look in regards to. Oops, just got vintage Japanese here. I'm just going to grab the Firefox. Okay, just give me a second just to grab the. I wonder if it's rubbing up against the. Oh, it could be the heater. It's too close to the heater. That's what's making that noise. Pushed it back too far. Okay, try that. That's better. Right, just got to get another deck here. I think it's here. Oh, I've got it right here. Right, let's do this. So we're looking at your career. You're looking at your future in regards to work situation, what's going on. So let's have a look at, let's see what the cards have to say. We're going to get into this quite deep because I want to use the Japanese, I'm using the Japanese cards in many ways. So let's have a look here. Ooh. So let's have a look. I'm doing the vintage Japanese here. So let's have a look. Oh, wow, I did not know that. I just felt really drawn to it. Pixie Tick. Oh, wow, I did not know that your husband is Japanese. Okay, so this just, it made sense for me to choose it. I don't know why, but it felt like I felt very drawn to it with you. I had no idea. It's funny. Okay, so let's look at your job and your career. Okay, so let's start. We've got Seven of Pentacles here. So Seven of Pentacles is saying to you, what do you truly want in your life? Okay, what's important to you? Are you Korean? Okay, that's interesting. That's really interesting. And it was funny because I thought I was thinking about the Chinese and went, no, Japanese is more suited. And I don't know why, but I just felt the Chinese was really cool. Okay, and the Japanese is really was suitable. It's funny how I got drawn to that more so than the Chinese one. Okay, so I've got cards flying out here. So the first card we looked at here with the Seven of Pentacles is all about what do you truly want with your career, your Korean American. Okay, that's really interesting. That's really interesting. So we get the sense of what do you truly want in your life? What do you truly want in regards to your career? Okay, your job or your career. Do you want something that's going to really bring you joy, or is it about finances here? Very much about, I feel like you need to dive deep within your own truth. Okay, diving deep into your own truth is really, really important here. About being able to nurture your dreams and goals. Nurture your dreams and goals is really important here as well. Nurturing your dreams and goals. Being able to look at your emotional needs. Take care of your emotional needs in regards to work. Yep. Okay. Sometimes when we nurture those emotional needs, everything else starts to fall into place. When you nurture your emotional needs, everything will start, your dreams and goals, everything will start to fall into place financially as well. So we got that sense of, yeah, life's ups and downs, but also this, it's really about your destiny, your what actions you choose to take. Okay, what actions you choose to take. I do feel like something positive is going to come out of this is when you start looking at what your emotional needs are. When you start taking care of your emotional needs, everything will start to fall into place in regards to work. Oh, jeepers, that flew. I mean, really flew. It came out of the deck like this. This what happened. It went like that. So it's talking about your hopes and dreams. Definitely talks about a wish being fulfilled. I think it's very much about what you desire. Basically, whatever you desire, I mean, truly desire, what you truly want to do will be the shining light out of all the darkness, will definitely be the path that you need to take. It's all about, I want to say, letting the old go, making the old final, okay? And then new opportunities arise, new thoughts, new patterns, I definitely feel like new opportunities are definitely possible here. Oh, you don't know? Okay, let's have a look here. What are you influenced by? It's interesting. Okay, I got the devil card here. So you're influenced by what's keeping you chained. Repeated patterns, doing something that's expected of you. So maybe you need to break free from your expectations. Okay, take a minute, just take a breath for a second. Take a breath for a second. Let me just grab something here. I'm just trying to find something here. Clear quartz. Just take a breath for a second. Just take a breath. So we've got some unikite to send a sense of sort of unification within oneself, a wholeness within oneself as you connect to your own truth of the situation. So it's about getting rid of the old patterns, breaking free from what's expected of you. Okay, so give us a little bit more about what's important here. Okay, I just got told examine your achievements. Examine your achievements. Examine what you've achieved. Look at what you've achieved. Write down, take a piece of paper and write down all the things that you have achieved that you could take forward into a new job. Take a moment to write down your achievements. Look at your achievements before you move on. Just wondering if your job is about caring for others. A caring type job. A caring for others. A job that cares for others. Okay, final result. Let's have a look at a result. Oh. Wealth and abundance. Definitely feels it's about caring for others, not just yourself, but also for others as well. If you're doing something that cares, oh, you've been in the medical field. But maybe you can explore something further with the medical side of things. Maybe there's something else, alternative or something that's a bit different that you can take on that qualification into something new. Because there's definitely could be something new in regards to that knowledge that you've gained from the medical field. Something that you've gained is, I just want to see if there was anything else that was important to your journey, because I'm finding these cards are flying. The moon is about facing any fears. So maybe it's about facing your fears, looking at the cycle of things that are going on, look at the emotional aspects as well. So I feel like you could move forward from the medical field and sort of look into the alternative side of things, or something that you could use. Okay. We've got a spiritual awakening here. And we leave behind what is no longer new. So you're definitely moving forward. And it's asking you to actually make a wish. Make a wish. Thank you for the donation, GC. So I feel like you're definitely moving forward. You're making a wish into what you truly want to do. And I'm feeling like it's something alternative. So what I'm going to do is use the Japan Lenormand as well. So we've got the vintage Japanese. We've got the Firefox Oracle, Kitsune. Okay, and we're going to look at the Japan Lenormand here. So we're doing work, career, work. Okay, so we're going to look at work. So what I want to do is grab the fish cards and have a look at either side of the fish card. So the fish card here is about work, right? If you know Lenormand, if you're not unsure about Lenormand, we come across the fish that's becoming work. Okay, so we've got fish. So we've got the opening up So we've got the fish card here. So we've got opening up by cutting away what no longer serves us. So something in the medical field is no longer serving us. So we're going to explain that. Oh, you're Pisces too? So am I. I'm Pisces as well. So work related, anything work about is with fish, right? So we've got to open up, unlock new possibilities by cutting away what no longer serves us, right? So we're going to look at it's interesting with this with the cross. So we got the sense of something growing and developing. So we've got to unlock what's growing and developing within ourselves, right? We're going to grow and develop. We're going to unlock that, what's growing, what's expanding. What do we see that's beautiful within ourselves? And so we've got to cut away what people expect of us to create a new destiny. Okay, so that's what we're looking at here. So we've got to cut away what people expect of us, a sense of our destiny. So I do feel like we're unlocking and expanding within our own thing. So we're looking at something to do with what you've brought from your medical experience into something new. And it could be about helping people in a different way than you have been doing. So maybe it's about writing down what your experiences have been and what you could do to expand your knowledge in new ways. Medical assisting degree, but you're no longer using that now. But there's ways that you could use that in a better way. You feel like you could use that in a better way? That unlocks your expansion and your growth. So quite interesting here. I just want to have a look at something. $33. Sometimes when we feel we're being what is called by humans as true to ourselves, we are in fact not being true to us. At times we develop habits of self and who we have become, an old story we tell ourselves and others over and over again until it seems natural. And this is after all who we are, we believe. But the truth is now here for you, and some of you have been told yourself you're about to get a shake-up and you'll find yourself walking through gateways into a new version of who you are and leaving behind who you once thought you were. This will be a raw time, a time when we feel vulnerable and exquisitely sensitive. Yet it's good work that we do when we no longer follow a pattern, but seek instead to become who we are next meant to be. But in order for this to take place, something must be left behind before you can walk through this gateway. Choose what feels less true than it has ever been before, and choose what still feels like patterns you have attachments to. Once you walk through the gateway adorned with all the attachments and entwinings that Ivy can bring, we will cease to make our former self and others and responsibilities our major commitment. Instead, your own undoing and rebecoming will surface and demand its place in this next stage of your life. This is the gate of freedom you walk under. First, though, put down the burden of attachments to who you believe you are, or more truthfully, who you believe you ought to be. Rebirth yourself, dear friend, and allow the gateway of the realm of the Kutsini to work its magic upon your endless reimagining of who you are. Oh, cool. Cool, cool. Okay. That's awesome. Well, I'm hoping that gave you some guidance. And that was interesting. For sure. Put that up there for now. Yeah. Cool. I'm pleased that sort of helped. It gave you some guidance that you needed. Right, where are we at? I really end up with stuff all over the place. Right, so where have we got first? Okay, so now I got another donation here. Donation was GC. Right, so we're just waiting for a question from GC. Okay, so let's have a look. Sorry, it's been a minute to get through the PayPal. No, what about today? Okay. Okay. It's true about New Zealand prices, American prices. I'm just doing donation readings at the moment. Yeah, I'm just doing donated readings. So you're looking at, you're unemployed and you're wondering about a job correction. What's your sole purpose? Ooh, sole purpose. What's your sole purpose? Let's do okay. I'm actually looking at the field tarot. Wherever you are, where are you? There we are, field tarot. Okay, and I want to do the healers of earth. Where are you? Sole purpose. Oh. Well, the first thing you have to do is look at your repeated patterns, your bad habits, about breaking free from any restrictions. Breaking free from any restrictions that you placed upon yourself. That's the first thing you've got to do, is break free from any restrictions. Know that you're limitless. Anything's absolutely possible, but you just got to trust. Look at the, I want to say, look at the connection you have with others. Look at the choices that you make in relation to others as well, in many ways. And even in the choices that you make for yourself can be really important. It's all about choices. So being able to break free from those restrictions is going to be really, really important for you. Okay? And being able to look at what you establish, the wealth, the abundance, prosperity that you have in your life. I feel like there's a sense of looking at what you've inherited from family in many ways too, not just financial, but in other aspects of your life. Look at your spiritual inheritance is super important as well, within regards to working, okay? Because you're looking at your sole purpose here. You're looking at in regards to, you know, what are you meant to be? And I definitely feel like you're supposed to be in control. You're a leader. You share the wealth of knowledge that you've gained, okay? I feel like you're sharing the knowledge that you've gained. You're sharing your experiences in many ways. I do feel that's your life purpose, to be a sense of, I want to say, like a mentor. Okay, I do feel like it's a mentor. You're sharing your knowledge with others in some way. It's looking at your choices, your decisions. You're breaking away from old habits, old patterns, repeated patterns, and being able to establish a wealth of the knowledge that you've gained from your past experiences. You know, what have you inherited from your ancestors, your family? Hi, Midnight Meditations. Hi, Jared. How are you? Okay, so it's all about that shift, that achievements. What have you achieved in your life? And being proud of those achievements. Acknowledge those achievements. I think that's really important for you to be able to acknowledge that possibility of what you want to acknowledge that. Whoa. It's all about, I want to say, your emotions, right? Being able to maybe put your emotions to one side for a minute and look at things from a practical situation. Being able to really look at, I want to say, not just being in control, but being able to, you know, still be, you know, you're kind and caring, but also being able to maybe dip your toe. I want to say dip your toes in some way to things. So that's really important here. So I'm just getting the sense of just want to see if there was anything else that sort of flew out in regards to your life purpose here. Okay, I get the sense of generosity, right? But I also get the sense about giving to yourself. This give and take is really important process. Enabling yourself to measure your own self-worth by your own experiences. It's not about what anybody else thinks, or you're not measured by what other people think. Okay, it's all about your own self-worth. Okay, I think that's really important for you, for your life purpose here. It's all about what you believe in yourself. So let's have a look at the okay. I just feel like there's two cards popping out here. I'm just going to go for two. Feels like the ice thaws, like there's a sense of better days ahead, like things are sort of moving in the right direction. Feels like things are really starting to sort of move forward for you in some way. Okay, things will start to really move for you in some way. Feels like there's a sense of, it's interesting, this is divine masculine here, but it's a sense of like standing in your own power. Okay, it's a sense of standing in your own power, your own action, your own connection in many ways. So I just want to finish up with a spirit animal card. So there's definitely good opportunities coming your way for the end of the month, and your soul purpose is really about nurturing yourself, nurturing your soul. Oops. It's really about nurturing your soul. So let's have a look at the animal that's going to guide you during this time. It's interesting. Snake spirit. So it feels like you're going through a huge healing process at this time. It does feel like you're going through a lot of healing. You're shedding old skins. You're allowing yourself to heal and move towards your true path. So I think it's about letting go of what people expect of you and just doing what you want to do for you. I think it's about sharing your knowledge, sharing your experiences. I feel like a lot of teaching, a lot of mentoring going on here. Oh, you've been doing that? You've been shedding old skin. Okay. So that's part of, so it's just confirmation there. So it definitely feels like you've been just been moving through this huge healing process. in so many ways. So it's just reminding you to be, replenish, renew, repair. Your self-care and maintenance work are needed so your vitality can arise. Just make sure you give yourself the space to nourish your own well-being. Vulnerability is necessary for friendships and partnerships to work, which means we still have tender emotions at times. Be gentle with yourself. Shed the past, step into a new way of being, for vitality is rising in you. Might be a good time to honor the work you've already done. So it's about acknowledging the work you've already done as well. Okay, so that's goal. Okay, it's about celebrate how far you've come in your healing journey and all you've created. Make sure you unburden yourself in anything that no longer supports your wellness, prosperity, relationships, and well. Open the door for healing. Radical self-acceptance. Love yourself, remain vulnerable. It's about becoming strong and developing your wisdom. So sharing your experiences. Yeah, I think your job is about mentoring others, sharing your experience. Share your experience with others. It's helping, assisting others in their own journey. Life coaching. It's not about taking a job. I feel like your life purpose is maybe about life coaching in some way. Sharing your experiences, mentoring others in their own head. Have you written a book? GC, I wonder if you've... I keep getting this comment. Oh, you're applying for a life coaching job? Okay. And I'm getting a sense about writing a book. Writing your experiences. Life coaching job. Okay, they come up quite strongly there. Writing a book, sharing your experiences. I feel like maybe a book of some sort. Okay, that's interesting. So yeah, it could be all confirmation for you. Well, hopefully that helps. Thank you for the donations for the readings. Well, it's using your... Well, you could be with your spiritual and psychic abilities. It could be about using that to you with your life coach. Definitely help. Could be part of sharing your experiences, your psychic, of course. Yeah, I think you feel like you can, with your spirituality, your psychic abilities, your intuition, your sense of development, that can be part of the process too with the life purpose. I definitely wouldn't rule it out. Yeah. Yeah. I did see a question up here further, but I was doing the donations. If there's any more donation. Don't rule out your spirituality, your psychic abilities. It's all about trusting that intuition, trusting that guidance that comes from within. Maybe that will be part of your life coaching in many ways. Maybe you can include your psychic abilities in some way. Definitely don't rule it out. Okay, so I'm not sure who's still here. Right, so let's have a look. Well, that depends on how much effort you put in. Whoops. Oops, I didn't mean to do that one. I'm not sure who's still here. In my YouTube music career, and will the future with my YouTube and music, and where will I be in the future? Okay, it really depends on how much effort you put in. But let's have a look at using the Starman Tarot, because it's music oriented. Right, David Bowie. Yeah, okay, so let's have a look. Whoa, okay. Okay, it talks about positive. If you put in the effort, it's all about your happiness and your joy. So it does feel like the light will shine on the situation. If you put in a lot of effort, it's all about coming together. So it's all about that happiness and joy. So it does feel like it's going to be a very positive future. If you put in the effort and you put in the work, I don't know if you're writing your own songs with your YouTube and your music career. If you're writing your own songs and everything, feels like everything sort of come together. So it looks really positive. You've got the Sun and 10 of Cups coming in here. So it does feel like it's going to be a very positive career for you. And stuff you put into it. It means that the way that you're doing the effort now, if you continue that effort, it'll work out really, really well. So it feels really positive. Feels like a really positive journey. So how are you going, Jared? It's been good. I've just been cruising, mucking around. I know I've been on for about 2.5 hours, and I most probably should say quit. Afternoon tea time, 4 o'clock. Oh my God, it's 4 p.m. Nearly 4 p.m. And I did a session this morning and just mucking around a few freebies. Hey, Jared, do you want a animal spirit card if not a question? I don't know if you've got a question or anything. You've been around for a while. Whew. Okay, when will you get a job? When you get a government job? When will I get a government job? Have you put in your CV? Done all the work involved? Okay, animal spirit card for Jared. Okay, let's have a look at your okay, Jared. Whew. Why is wasp spirit coming up again? Why has something stung? Why is something not being quite the way you wanted it to be? Jared, it just feels like something is not quite what you want it to be. Okay, I'm just going to okay, Jared, I'm going to throw in a crystal card. What crystal? Oh, Jeepers, that flew out. Oh, GC, you donated again. Okay. That's interesting. Something stung. Something's not quite what you expected. And then you've got the hyacinth. Hyacinth. HYPERSTHENE with solutions. So what number is that? 27. 27. Solutions with relationships and discoveries. Here we have solutions and discovery, a grid resembling the medicine wheel, which is based on the 4 directions in which many cultures around the world use. Each direction may be meditated, journeyed upon, depending on what you are in need of answers to. Hyacinth will illuminate the way for you while also being an anchor to the earth. Remember, there are always many directions you can take in life, and each will have its own lessons. This is a very calming and grounding stone that also illuminates the way forward. One must always make decisions in this manner, being calm and grounded. Yellow mica is also there to aid you in your problem solving. You may wish to place this card in a specific direction of the medicine wheel and meditate on it to gain insight into an issue you needing guidance with, or you may wish to discover what each direction on the wheel has to offer. Hyacinth has a beautiful inner sheen that reminds us about our own inner reflection. What you receive in this world is a reflection of your own inner self. See the beauty of who you are within, and you will begin to see the beauty of the world around you. Discover who you truly are on the inside, and you'll find many answers to your questions in life. Call on the help of Hyacinth, HYPERSTHENE, to protect you from the outside stresses so you can find your calm solutions. Oh, that's an interesting card. With having the wasp spirit of the wasp spirit, and then you've got the solutions card. It's quite interesting. So I don't know what that means for you, but it may resonate on some level. So there you are. Just wanted to share that with you. Okay, GC donated. You're such a sweetheart. Did not expect that. So GC, what's your next question? Okay. Cool. When will you be hired? Okay, so do use, well, I'm just going to grab a deck. Okay, so let's have a look. Okay, so when will, oops, let's do this here. Okay, I'll have a look at that in a minute. I was just talking about when will you be hired. Let's do this first. Okay, we got 4 weeks. Within the next 4 weeks, or 4, I'm saying 4 weeks. Okay, so we'll do that first. So that's the first thing we're looking at here. Random. I'm doing donations first though. Donation readings always go in order. Might do the theory. Okay, so we've got that you'll be there, right? So we're looking at within the next 4 weeks. got the 5 of Wands here. Okay, and I get of maybe some challenges. Okay, there may be some challenges in regards to the job. I'm just oh, you're Cancer? Well, that's interesting. Just have to wait. I'm in the middle of I'm doing donated readings. Okay. So it's interesting. There are some challenges. I feel like there's some challenges, but it does talk about a wish being fulfilled. So I feel like there's a light out of all this darkness. Yeah, inner conflict. There could be inner conflict. Definitely inner conflict, but it does talk about a wish being fulfilled. It does feel like there's a light out of all this darkness. Six of Wands, victory and success. Okay, so definitely I'd say within the next, maybe competition. Yeah, you'll know what it is, but there's definitely a light out of this, light out of the darkness. And you got 6 of Wands coming in here, so I definitely tell you there's success and victory. So it could be competition in the thing. Yeah, definitely. It's thinking about what it means to you personally, which is really cool. Love that you've done that. So that's really cool. Well, we know your life purpose is about that sense of life coaching, right? So we did talk about life coaching, right? Just looking at. So let's have a look. Which job? Let's see. I'm just going to add this on because you've already paid for, this is your second payment, so your second donation. So we're just going to go through. Let's just do a little bit here. Which job? Let's have a look at the executive. Okay, if we look at the executive one, right? So let's just push this out here. So let's look at the executive. Let's look at one card for the executive and then one card for job. Let's look at the high paying executive assistant first. Whoa, so that flew out. So that was the Queen of Coins. Queen of Coins. So then we look at the coaching job, which is what your ultimate is, right? Okay. Life coaching. Okay, well, that's interesting. 7 of Swords, right? So you've got the executive job. Yeah, well, it does tell us that, right? But then you've got the 7 of Swords, which is coaching, which sort of like taking back your power in a way. So I think the high-paying executive assistant job is going to help you financially. It's going to nurture you financially. Okay, so that's what's going to nurture you financially at this time. Okay, things could change. See, that's where I feel your the high paying executive job is going to help. Executive assistant job is going to help you financially, right? Yeah, definitely Queen of Coins. It's definitely that position. And yet the 7 of Swords, maybe you might feel like something's been taken from you, but it gives you a chance to sort of stand in your own, sort of take back your own power in a way. Right, maybe I could win the lottery. So I think ultimately you've got the high paying executive assistant job right now. Oh, someone else donated. Thank you for the donation. Thank you, thank you. So definitely feel like the high paying executive assistant job could be the way for you to go. Yes, the life coaching job could make you feel like you're draining. Totally. Totally. Very much so. It could feel as though something's you, because you have to give so much, and you're doing your own business with life coaching. Hi, Nana. So I think the high paying executive assistant job could be the way to go, because maybe the life coaching could be very draining for you. Could feel as though something's been taken from you in many ways. So working for a CEO and you like doing that, yeah. So maybe that's the way to go for you. So within the next 4 weeks or so. So make sure you do your CV up, make sure you do everything that you need to do, for sure. So I'm just waiting for the minutes. I presume that's who donated. Just give me a second. Yeah. Oh, she's such a sweetheart. Oh, sweetheart. Yes, do spiritual mentoring on the side. Yes, yes, yes. Find some balance. Make sure you've got some balance, GC. Yeah, make sure you've got some balance. That's really important for you. So here we go. So donations, whoops, just jumping the gun here. Oh, you're driving. Oh, you're welcome, GC. You're welcome. Well, stay safe, Nunit, if you're driving. Stay safe. Balance is important for you, right? Well, hopefully that's given you lots to sort of think about and really reflect on. Nunit, stay safe. I'm just blocking myself with the cards. Let me just fix these up. Put that away. Just like to make sure people stay safe when they're driving. So let's have a look. Just waiting for a question when Nanette gets a chance. Oh, you too, GC. You too. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So I'm just waiting for Nanette's question. I know she's driving at the moment, so what have we got? Let's have a look at questions. Right, I'm just having a look, trying to find questions to. What's my future career? Will I be able to go to Delhi? Oh, cool, you're home. Oh, cool. Oh, thank goodness you're safe. Always worry when someone's driving and things. Right, so let's have a look. What are we going to do for you in regards to cards? Actually, just got to grab an oracle deck. I just feel like using this. Yep. So. Okay, so what was let's have a look. What else do you need to know about the relationship, the everything about Brennan? So let's have a look. You did quite a bit. You did a decent reading there. So yeah. Right. Let's have a look. What else does okay, so let's see what else. He said he liked it. Well, the card that popped out was it's like he's standing up for what he believes. He's saying what he means. I get that sense of him staying. He says what he means. Yep, with clarity. Definitely feels like he's saying what he means with clarity. He said he liked it. So it's not all doom and gloom. It's about building the foundations. I feel like the foundations are being rebuilt. You've got to build those foundations. You've got to trust that he's building the foundations. So it definitely feels like, yes, he liked it. Yes, he did. He recognizes you. He sees you. I went to say he recognized and I got, no, he sees you. He sees who you are. He sees you. There's victory and success. It feels like there's movement. There might be some challenges, but I think that comes from within yourself. Okay, I think those challenges come from within yourself. So I do feel like he cares about you. It feels like everything's moving in the right direction with you. Feels success and victory. He liked your haircut. All that thing. And it's all about moving in the right direction. It feels like you're on this right path. Everything seems to be going really well. So just keeps reinforcing that he liked the haircut. He sees you. He sees who you are. He supports you. It's all moving in the right direction. Feels like there's this wish fulfilled. It feels very much like everything's going in the right direction. There's other stuff going on behind the scenes, but generally it's all about keep going, persevering. You know, trust in what he says. It's all about being in alignment, choosing wisely the decision, you know, the path that you're going to take. It's all about that emotional alignment. It does feel like everything's sort of coming together in that way. don't take that cool. When he compliments you, don't take that away from him. Just, I want to say, be grace. Be with grace. Be with grace. Be with gratitude. Be with appreciation for don't take that away from him, is what I'm getting here. Is don't take that when he compliments you, don't take that away. Just say thank you. Appreciate, acknowledge his ability to with you. Okay, so what we're going to do, we've got several cards here, right? Okay, the top cards from each section. Okay, each section. Okay, we've got here. That's interesting. The first 4 cards, right? So it's a sense of unity. Okay, we have the sense of unity. It's all about his desire for you. Okay, so there's a sense of defense, and I'm just wondering if you feel like you could be getting a little he might feel like you're being defensive, isn't some, I don't know why, but it's a sense of defensive. And there's doubt, of course, creeps in. I think that's what that's about there. But it definitely feels as though there's this desire for you. He definitely feels like there's that desire, that sense of unity, that wholeness. Okay, so don't doubt. Don't get defensive in any way, or don't get I just think the doubt might come across as being defensive or being in some way. So just appreciate, or just get that sense of unity, that wholeness, that desire for you as well. So there's quite a bit going on there in that way. So hopefully that sort of makes sense in what's going on for you. I'm just looking for something here. There we are. That's the one I want. Because I feel like there's something a little bit more in here. But when it comes to the doubt, I think it was the doubt book. Doubt. Here it is here. Kill the rooster still crowing at noon. The hawk represents reason and the snake represents intuition, which are often at odds with each other. The evil eye at the bottom is a warning to avoid becoming your own worst enemy or succumbing to paranoid beliefs that everyone is out to get you. Okay. Flaunta was a Roman goddess of confidence and the cousin of Aphrodite. Quebec was the Cometian serpent, goddess of harmony. She was the pacification of fresh water and of the caretakers of the souls of the dead in the afterlife. If you get doubt in a reading, you should reflect on the most frightening points related to the core issue card. If you feel extremely uncomfortable, it's probably because the core issue revealed that in order to succeed, you'll have to change or leave your comfort zone completely. If you doubt whether you're capable of dealing with the core issue, then understand then that you might be choosing predictable mediocrity over great. So what's the core issue here with these cards? So let's just have a little look, see here. Core issues. Unity, 62. Okay, the core issue is unity. So let's have a look at core issue. Okay, the fountain represents the universe is single but still hopelessly in love. The fountain represents, I'm doing donation readings at the moment, VIPs. So I'll be a minute. The fountain represents communal reflection, refreshment, healing, divine insight, and interdimensional travel throughout the Mediterranean world. Sacred fountains attract devoted pilgrims from near and far, seeking spiritual purification and divine inspiration. The white dove symbolized a unifying power of love. Aset was the mother goddess of the Cometians and Libyans, whose worship spread throughout the ancient world. Her worshippers were so widespread that the cult of Aset is considered by some scholars to be, or Isis, is to be the world's first universal religion. In Rome, she was particularly adored by women of all classes and the poor. Okay, so let's have questions to consider. Okay, your questions are you about to make a choice that would positively influence your entire life, or are you blindly following what feels good right now? Have you considered the big picture? Are you denying an opportunity to unify with others for superficial or negatively discriminatory reasons? Are you truly comfortable with the different aspects of yourself? Are you looking for someone or something else to complete you? Are you merely pretending to be unified with others? What are the long-term consequences of your masquerade? Everything that exists is but an expression of a greater reality. There is nothing outside of the universe, therefore everything is by its very nature unified. Taking this basic precept further, we know by deduction that all is absolutely necessary to make this thing work. Everyone and everything is a soulmate. We need to understand the essence of what a soulmate is in the most basic sense, rather than compartmentalizing it in the realm of romance. The heart of unity is also not a superficially kumbaya feeling towards others, so much as it is an observation and acceptance of what responsibility to others. To put it simply, if we have accepted our interconnection and interdependence with everything else in existence, then we must examine our negative beliefs about other people and beings, apparent people and beings whom we obviously need, or they would not exist in the same space and time with us. It's interesting. So yeah, no matter what we perceive to be external to ourselves, everything is filtered according to only one point of view, the one you have chosen. It is based on the fact that wisdom teachers from many cultures ask people not to negatively judge others. If you make it a daily practice to search for commonalities when you see something or someone who is disagreeable to your personality, you will be rewarded with a greater capacity to feel compassion towards all aspects of yourself. So it's quite a bit of information there. Hopefully that's sort of given you some idea to think about. You might want to come back later and sort of revisit the reading, if you like. So I just want to finish with an animal card. Okay, animal spirit. What animal spirit? Giraffe spirit, seeing the bigger picture. So maybe it's about looking outside of just the haircut. Look at how he reacts overall to things. How does he react overall to you? That's going to tell you how he really feels. So I think giraffe spirit's really important for you at this time. Crystal card. Only because you're a regular one. It's interesting. I get boundaries. Yes, he's very supportive of you. So that's how you, yeah, that's what you look at. So it's about knowing your own boundaries, your own limits, your own, I just feel like there's more to it here with boundaries. So let's have a look here. Could be, might be having boundaries within yourself. you know, allowing yourself that sense of helper, earth anchor, calcite fairy stone, green calcite, some quartz for clarity, of course, and optical calcite. Asking you to look at the walls you have built around yourself that now need to come down. Maybe you need to break down some of the boundaries that you're creating for yourself. It's a time of new beginnings. Respect yourself enough to make the changes that need doing. Calcite fairy stones have a very strong connection to the earth and will act as an anchor when meditating or journeying. It's a perfect stone to journey within. Take a good look at what no longer serves you. Find your inner strength. Maybe knock down a couple of walls and start afresh. Each calcite fairy stone has a unique shape. Many look like people, so each stone has a specific purpose of its own. You can see by the concentric. So have a look at this card. You might want to do a snapshot of it or something. Might be really important for you. About each one has its own story to tell, but all are earth anchors. The stunning green calcite is always a welcome addition to any grid because it brings with a sense of peace and love, reminding us that we must come from a place of love for ourselves and others. Don't be unrealistic with your boundaries, or you might just be putting up a wall. Also, always be mindful of your actions or non-actions. So yeah, hopefully that's given you some insight there. So that's a crystal card there, calcite fairy stone. So yeah, because you're a regular donator, no, that's why I give you a little bit extra with the support that you've given. So I hope you've sort of had a look on Ko-Fi and hit some of the free resources that you've got there. Could be quite important. Wow. So hopefully that's given you some insight there. Okay, so we're thinking about our questions. We're being empowered. We're moving forward on our journey in many ways. So yeah, hopefully that helped. Nanette. What's the time? Oh my God, 3 hours. Okay, so I've done the donations. Okay, I really should be finishing up soon because it's now 4:30. Okay, so let's think about your question here. Is it really beneficial to you? When we're just doing 2 cards, let's go into this again. Okay, so let's have a look. Okay, let's have a look at some of the free questions that I've got coming up, that I've had coming up. Let's have a look. Don't know who's still here, but let's have a look. Quick skizzy at some of the. Okay, so this was quite a good question. What is my future career? Okay, so let's have a look. Okay, well, I can't really do both questions. I can do one. Yep, VS, I'll have a look at your question in a minute. And lovely. Okay, will I be able to get, okay, what's your future? Let's have a look. Let's have a look at what the cards say. Let's see what's coming up. Okay, well, I suppose I could just be one card each question. Okay, what's my future career? What's a future career? Okay, it's very business. It's a very slow, something quite slow, business orientated, organized, materialistic. Could be something to do with finances in some way. Could be financial. Okay. And then, will you be able to go to Delhi? Let's have a look. Yeah, you could do. It's got good fortune card. So, yep, you could go to Delhi. Oh, you're welcome, Rebecca. Okay, VS. So will you get a job? You know, is it work related? Is it a work related? So let's have a look. Oops, what flew out? Oops, now I can't see because of the dark. Right. It's getting darker. Okay, will you get a job this month? As long as you've got clarity, you remove the debris with clarity. Remove any confusion, know what your intent is. There could be some challenges. So it's really about removing those challenges, removing the, if you want to get a job, it's all about removing the challenges. It's all about having some clarity, know what your intention is. It's all about that CV, that, you know, what your intention is to get the job. What sort of job did you want? It's all about having some clarity and what your intention is in regards to work, in regards to what. There could be some challenges if you're not clear. If you've got that confusion, there is going to be some challenges in regards to getting a job. So you've got to know what your intention is, know what you actually want. I think you need to get a CV sorted, apply. There's some work to do. There are some things that you actually need to do to get that job. Yeah. Vanessa, I did a reading for you. I'm sure I did a reading for you earlier today. Maybe that might have been earlier on. It might have been the first. Oh, here it is here. We talked about stalking. Your question was about stalking, Vanessa. So yeah, Vanessa, I think I've done a reading for you in regards to a stalker. I really should be ending soon. Done this a couple of times and I keep Nikki. Oh, you never questioned before when you came in. You said hello. I'm just randomly doing readings. I'm just randomly doing readings. So yeah, I was going to end, but happy to do a reading for you. So. Okay. If you're doing well, if you're doing what you need to do to meet your, are you doing all that you can do? What do you need to do? What do you need to do to meet your future spouse? And some guidance. Okay, so this is about meeting your future. So you're meeting your partner. Okay, it's going to take a lot of meditation, reflection, silent, being able to gain the knowledge that you need through silence. Know there's a light at the end of the tunnel. So it seems like you're doing well. You're going through a lot of transformation and changes. Feels like you're doing the work. Feels like you're doing the work to make the changes that you need so that you can meet your future spouse. So yeah, I think you're on the right path. You're doing all the right things. So it's a lot of reflection, a lot of meditation. There is a light at the end of the tunnel with it all, but you are going through a lot of changes. You are going through a lot of transformations and things with it. So just remember, a lot of meditation, a lot of reflection, a lot of deep diving into what you need to let go of and what you need to, so that you can move forward, is really important. Okay, so we've got Nikki here. You will let me know if you do donate, won't you, guys? So if you do donate, please let me know. Especially if you donate through PayPal, because I won't see that, which is all connected to pay. So I'm just checking to make sure that nothing's gone through. Okay, can you trust City Wonders Company? Can you join them? Let's have a look. So can you trust? I think yes. With the Six of Pentacles, it's all about that giving, that unconditional. Thank you, Rebecca. Appreciate that. So yeah, I do feel it's very important that you don't let your emotions get the better of you. Okay, this is really important, not to let your emotions get the better of you. It does feel like yes, you can join them, you can trust them. It does feel like they give unconditionally. There does seem to be a sense of balance, or balance within this harmony within the company. It does feel like there's harmony within the financial aspects of the company. So yes, it does feel like you can trust this company. It does feel like you can join them. Just remember to put your emotions to one side. Don't let your emotions get the better of you. Don't let the emotions sort of drag you in to it all. Okay, so yeah, I do think this is a really good company to work for. It does feel really positive. Don't let the doubt creep in. Which year I get government job? I don't know. I'm not going to tell you which year because there's too many other outside influences to the situation. Too many outside influences to that question. There's too much outside influences. I'm not going to say yes, you're going to get the job, yay or nay. I can't tell you what year. Cards don't work like that. Tarot doesn't work like that. I'm not going to do a timing question like that. That's a timing question. So, no, it doesn't work like that. There's too much involved with that question. So I don't know who's still here with donations and things. Mary, I can't answer that question, Mary. Cards don't work like that. I don't read like that. I really do need to end. And yet I'm still here. Okay, so if I haven't done a reading for you and you want a reading, there's donations. Don't forget to check out the description, the donations, check out the Ko-Fi. No, Mary, I can't do your reading. It doesn't. I'm not doing that time. That's too many outside influences for that reading to be successful. I can't give you an is when you're reading which year you get your government job. I'm not doing a reading for that. Okay, you got to read the description box below. Okay, I've done enough readings for today. I may do next Monday my time, but I'm not sure yet. Okay, I've done enough for today. It's now tea dinner time. Not suitable for a reading with. Got too many outside influences for that question. So you've got to think of the question a bit better to get a better answer for your reading. Anyway, that's it for me. I'm finished here now. So let me finish up. Oh, I was just about to finish up here. Tiziana. Hi. I was just about to finish up. With a little bit of music. I don't know what lo-fi is. Okay. Not very let's have a look at this. Let me just remove that. What's Anderson thinking about you? Okay, let's just do this quickly. Now, not very empowering question. I don't know. I don't even know who Anderson is. This a romantic relationship or? Yeah, I don't know if this is a romantic relationship. Is this I don't know if this is romance. This is business, colleague. This is friend. Romantic. Okay. Is this a current romance or this is someone you got a crush on? Someone you're interested in? It's sort of. Okay, let's have a look. He's got other priorities. He's not really thinking about you in a huge sense. It's a crush. Okay. He's not really thinking about you. Okay. He's got lots of other stuff going on. He's got his, I feel like he's creating his own, I feel like he's just taking care of himself, really, is what I get here, is that Anderson is taking care of themselves. They've got their own priorities, their own thoughts going on. They're not really thinking about you at this time. They might think of you in passing as being someone who is kind, caring, nurturing in some way. But yeah, they're busy, got some other stuff going on. Doesn't feel like their priorities might be elsewhere. They might think of you in passing. When I look at these two cards together, when I think of the Two of Pentacles and the Empress, I think of it as being thought of you in passing as being someone who's kind, caring, that sort of nurturing energy. But yeah, busy, got things that maybe think of you in passing. I wouldn't worry too much about it. Val, so disempowering. Your ex is an ex. Ex is an ex. Whoops. So disempowering. I just want to say your ex is your ex, Val. I let him go. Does he still think about you? Well, there's some thoughts. I don't know whether he's thinking about a happy home, but I don't know if it's about you in particular. It definitely is about an awakening of some sort. Totally up to you what you do about it, really. Yes, he might think of you. He might think of you as a happy home. There might be an awakening, a realization in some way, but really it's about whether this is really good for you or not. It's up to you what you do with it. Just because someone thinks about you, just because someone is wanting to reconcile in your life or wanting to come together, doesn't mean you actually have to. Okay, sometimes it can be about learning a lesson. Yeah, could be that he's married now, could be that he's married. Maybe he's married. Maybe it's a realization for you. Maybe it's an awakening to what you choose to do with it. Can you let it go? Can you resurrect your true self? Be authentic. Be you. Maybe it's time for you to be you in some way. Yeah, could be that he's married now. Definitely. Oh, here we go. Another card came out, Val. Yeah, it's moderating your emotions, maybe how you choose to react. Could be about his another. I just keep getting like his could be about his other situation. Maybe it's time for you to move on. I just got that straight away. As soon as I read your question, it was like it's about you moving on. I think that's what it, before I even pulled the cards, I got a fact of him moving on, that you doing your own thing. Maybe it's about you having closure for yourself, you moving forward with how you choose to react. Maybe it's time for you to move forward with your own life. But of course, it's up to you what you choose to do. I think it's about letting it go, moving on, how you choose to react. Okay, I really have to quit.